Why are we here again?
Filming the next episode of In a Town Where I Was Born.
And what's that?
It's our monthly review show where we go over the things that have happened in the last 4 weeks at the Linnets.
And what are they doing here?
Well, they're here to watch us.
And what's he doing here?
He's the man with the numbers.
Alright, okay. Shouldn't we get on with the show then?
Well, I need to introduce what's on the show first.
Didn't you just do that?
Oh, yeah. I did. Should we get on with it?
I think we should.
You're Dave Jones.
You're Sam Phillips.
And I'm Mark Buckley. Let's get on with the show.
So, if you tuned into the last episode, you would have seen our special guest here, and we had a little competition. Dave, did you have a go yourself?
I did, yeah. I can't remember what I called him now. What did I call him? Was it Linnet? No, it wasn't Linnet Bear. I did. Oh no, I didn't make a suggestion, but the supporters group did, which was me. But
Yeah.
I can't remember what it was. But if you go on Twitter, you can find out for yourselves because I've completely forgotten.
Now, we have obviously had a winner for the competition. Now, it's a...
Can I just break in? It was Command Corn. That was my
Commander
suggestion.
Corn. It's a good one.
As in, come on the corn.
It's close, but it's not close enough.
Well, I think we had one entry, didn't we? That was, as soon as it was mentioned, we knew that had to be the name, really. In commemoration of our dear friend.
Yeah, so our special guest from now on is going to be referred to as Chesy Bear in memory of long-term fan Lee Chesterton, who obviously sadly passed away before the filming of the last episode. So, welcome to the show, Chesy Bear.
Yeah, Chesy Bear, nice to meet you, mate.
So Dave, October, another sort of iffy one for the Linnets, but with a couple of better results than the previous months, obviously starting on the very first of the month away, chilly evening up in Ossett.
Yeah, I mean, it was our second consecutive midweek trip across the Pennines, which on a Tuesday night is not ideal, especially when you've got to get the players there and the fans. So I think we set off about 4 o'clock, but you know, we got there, we did what we had to do. I think Jimmy Moore made his return for that game.
Number 4, Jimmy Moore.
Thanks for that, Wilco. I think the problem for that game was we were just playing aerial balls, just playing long balls up to the front men. And unfortunately for us, the front men was Conor McCarthy and Ryan Gibson. And obviously, I mean, they're not the tallest anyway, but their defenders were much taller than they were, and they just couldn't compete in the air.
Yeah, it seemed to be, I was studying my dad behind the goal in the second half, and we were talking about the fact that it seemed to be we weren't picking up the second ball at all. When the ball went forward, we were trying to play this long ball, but when it was dropping, we just weren't picking up the second ball.
Yeah, I mean, they defended well, to be fair. You can't just put it on our lack of forward play. You know, they did defend well. Not much happened, to be fair. I think I remember a tame header from Jamie Rainford that the keeper did well to get down to his left-hand side to turn around the post. But other than that, I don't really remember much happening in the first half, really.
Yeah, and in the second half, Ossett came out and started really brightly, to be fair, and took the lead just on the hour mark.
Yeah.
It was a well-worked goal, to be fair.
Yeah, it was. You know, defensively, we've not been great this season. I think we've conceded more than we've scored, which is, you know, a contributing factor to why we're where we are in the league. But you know, we came back in it, got a goal back on 76 minutes from Jamie Rainford. 70 minutes, which, you know, it was a good goal. And then I think it was what we deserved as well, to be honest. I think we got back into the game and settled, and I thought we were playing well.
Yeah, and it came from picking up the second ball, a long ball forward from the back, that we missed the first one, but then I believe Gibbo picked up the second one, and then we got in very quickly after that. So it was the first time we picked up the second ball, and we obviously capitalised straight away from it.
Yeah, well, as you mentioned before, you know, that was something we struggled to do in the first half. You know, we couldn't get that second ball, and obviously as soon as we did, then we get a goal from it. And then I think it was in the 74th minute, Zach Ailey sets up Kurt Sherlock, and you know, Sherlock's been pretty prolific so far this season. A few penalties obviously, but you've still got to put them away.
Yeah, and the thing, his celebrations as well, I think pretty much summed up the weather that evening as well, because he come running past me at the front and nearly ended up in a 6-foot puddle. He was sort of knee high, he had to jump himself out of that during the celebrations, but it was a great finish and pushed 2-1 up, and then unfortunately we couldn't quite hang on for the 3 points.
Yeah, I mean in the 90th minute as well, isn't it? So it's a sickener really to come all that way and to concede in the 90th minute. It's a real sickener. And it was, you know, I think it was O'Keefe, wasn't it, who just come on, not long been on the pitch, so I don't know whether it was, you know, no one knew who was supposed to be picking him up, you know, because he had all fresh legs, but he managed to find himself unmarked, left-hand side of the box. Good finish, really, in the bottom right-hand corner, and not much Bailey could do about it, really.
And obviously, as we were talking about before, a bit of a famous face attended this game as well. But it's not very often that you get a famous face at a non-league game, but Premier League referee Bobby Madley.
Well, former Premier League referee,
Premier League.
although as he pointed out, his brother, who was a current Premier League referee, exactly, Andy, is it?
Yeah.
Andy Madley, he was there. And I did see him, actually, waiting outside the change room, him and his brother, when I was waiting to interview Ellen. Didn't speak to him, because he's a referee, isn't he? You know, so he might be a famous face, but at the end of the day, he's a referee, so I didn't really want to speak to him, so I didn't.
Well, should we have a look at the highlights?
I think we should, yeah.
Let's have a look at the highlights, guys.
Have a look at what we've been talking about.
What'd you say, love? He's in? Yes!
Come on, 15 minutes, come on, go again!
United, off the 7, Aaron as well.
Jesus. No flick! Get on his toes, Zach! Get on his toes, Zach! Go get the ball! Alex, go get the ball! Go!
Hi, this is Dave from Linnets TV with Runcorn Linnets manager Michael Ellison. Tough midweek trip up to Yorkshire, conceding a last-minute equaliser there. How can you sum that up for us, Elo?
Oh God, obviously disappointed to concede so late. I thought the first half we were poor. I still think we created the better chances, but I thought we didn't win any second balls. They got around us. I thought they worked a little bit harder than us, to be honest with you. We went out second half, looked a little bit better. Thought they were going long back to front, so brought the extra centre half on just to shore us up. We knew we'd get chances. Goal down almost straight away. I mean, you've seen the goal. I mean, I don't want to talk about it. You tell me. It's a simple long pump forward. We missed the header. They've scored, and then we've got back in the game. A great finish from Jamie. Another great finish from Kurt. And we're 2-1, and then we've just got to see it out. And I say we had 3 centre halves on, 2 big full-backs in Zach and Ali, and they've scored from a throw-in. So yeah, it's bounced twice in the box, and you can't do that. Not any time, but certainly not away from home on a Tuesday night when you've travelled up here.
We've played 10 league games so far, and we've we've drawn half of those. How do you feel we can turn those draws into wins?
Stop conceding goals. I don't think it's not just the goals you can see, it's the manner of it. And I said in my last interview, I thought we'd turn a corner in there before, because I think the last 3 games we've been defensively sound. I think we can see the 1 in 3, a couple of clean sheets in there. We've looked really, really solid, and again tonight they had a lot of pressure and they huffed and puffed, but the masters of our own downfall again. We need to stop conceding goals, and like I said, we're working on it. I don't know if it's a mentality thing, but you just see the game out there. You just see the game out to throw in. We missed the first contact, it's bounced in the box. We missed the second contact, and it's bounced again, and you know, they've snaffled it up.
Okay, thanks for your time, Elo.
Cheers.
Cheers.
So that's the highlights from Ossett. Anything to add, Bucko?
Yeah, cheers fellas. Ossett United 2 and Runcorn Linnets 2. That was the first meeting of the 2 clubs. Ossett United, of course, the club that was formed from the amalgamation of Ossett Town and Ossett Albion. Runcorn Linnets fans may remember in August 2013 a trip up to Ossett in the FA Cup when Ossett Albion were higher league opposition, and a very sizeable, massive vocal Runcorn Linnets crowd got open witness to a fine 3-1 win. Goals from Gav Salmon, Anthony Hickey and Mark Horton, and that was our first ever encounter with Tyson Tiny Shorts, if you remember him. It was a great year for the Linnets in the FA Cup. After beating Ossett Albion, they went on to beat Glossop North End. More higher league opposition in Camel Laird before bowing out at North Ferriby United in another great game. Best run in the FA Cup for the Linnets to date. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Bucko.
Cheers, Bucko.
Yeah, as Bucko was just saying, then I remember the North Ferriby game in that year. It was a cracking game away. We had a massive picture of us all on a park outside the ground, which was one of the most famous pictures that the LSU have ever had. So going on 5th of October away at, I think your favourite ground in the entire league, isn't it, Dave?
Yeah, another trip across the Pennines as well. Do you know what, we just got there and we pulled up in this sort of stone car park, and all we could see in front of us was this pitch, and we thought, like, we were in the right place, but we thought that can't be it, surely that can't be it. And then in the distance we saw this stadium, so we had to debus there, everyone, you know, your day with the kit bags, all the players with their stuff, and we had to walk along what can only be described as a dirt road to get to the stadium. Now, if there was a proper road next to it, but you walked along that, you then had to sort of walk through these bushes to get to the stadium. Anyway, we got in the stadium. And if anyone watched the pre-match videos, you would have seen the filming that I did in their clubhouse, which was rustic. I think I described it in the videos. They had seating along the walls, but it just looked like shelving. It just looked like we were just expected to sit on shelves. But anyway, the pitch also wasn't great, to be honest. And Pontefract themselves were a big physical side, and I don't know whether it was because of their pitch or just because of the way they played, but they liked to get the ball forward quickly, straight up to the big man, bypassing midfield, bypassing the pitch, which I think was the most important part. from there. And I think the problem the Linnets had is that, as we discussed before, we're not a particularly big side. Even like Jamie Rainford, who's probably as close as we've got to a target man, he's not really that tall, is he? And the pitch was just in no shape to play football on. So actually we just had a massive problem with what to do because we couldn't get the ball up quickly. And it's not really the way we play anyway. We like to play football, but that pitch just wasn't a pitch you could play football on, really.
Yeah, and the way the game started, like we were still walking down that dirt track to get to the stadium because Pontefract opened the scoring within about 46 seconds, I think it was.
Yeah, I think I don't know if it was, somebody said, I don't know if it was in the match report, said that we actually started at 2:58. So we were actually 1-0 down before the game should have even kicked off. And I think we kicked off at 3 o'clock, to be honest. I'd like to tell you about the goal, but I didn't see it. Because it was that early, I wasn't even in a position to be watching the game. So unfortunately I didn't see it. I saw the rest of the game though. I think Elo made 2 changes at half time in an attempt to change things up. I think there was a handball which looked like it was in the area, but it was given outside the area. So we didn't get much from that. And then Ryan Wade was, in my opinion, fouled in the box. But unfortunately the referee actually booked him for diving. Now their goalkeeper, who was a very nice chap, a Polish chap, I think I read somewhere that he was a one-time Polish international. I'm not sure how true that was, but that's what I read. Was talking to us during the game, and after he got booked and the ball was clean, he came for a drink and he actually said to us that he thought it was a penalty. So I think we were unfortunate there.
Unfortunately, no VAR in this.
Unfortunately, I don't know about that. I think fortunately there's no VAR because at least you know what's going on during the game when you're there. And then they just time wasted, to be honest. Now that's not to be negative because that's what you do. I think we're pretty good at it as well.
Yeah.
When we need to waste time, if we've got a 1-goal lead, we're pretty good at wasting time. But I think one word summation for that game, frustration, I think would be the word to describe it.
Well, seeing as you didn't see the goal and I didn't see the goal, let's have a look at the goal.
Yeah, I'd like to see it.
Here's the highlights from Pontefract.
From the Pontefract team, number 1, Sebastian Moraski. Number 2, Jack Greenloff. Number 3, Connor Spine. Number 4, Jamie Williams. Number 5, Jay Picton.
Ball, what a ball! What a great ball, wasn't it? What a ball! What a killer pass.
The goal for Pontefract Collins and the first man, Brian Richard.
Yeah.
Hi, this is Dave from Linnets TV, and joining me is Runcorn Linnets manager Michael Ellison. Ello, another narrow defeat there away at Pontefract Collieries. Just try to sum that up for us.
I thought it was a game of 2 halves really. I thought the first half we weren't at it. I think we dropped far too deep. We went with 3 at the back and get the extra defender on. We know what they're going to do here. They're going to put it on you as they did in the first game, and I know we had to stand up for that. I don't think we did. I think we won many second balls. Changed it in the second half, went to the 4, 2 up top, and I thought we done well. I thought we won a lot more second balls in the middle of the park, got further up the pitch, played the majority of the game in their half, and being honest, I think we were lucky not to get something out of the game.
We've discussed the defence quite a lot in these interviews, but today I don't recall their goalkeeper having a save to make.
No, you're right.
Can you comment on that for us?
Yeah, I think Ali's missed one from a yard out. He's there over the bar. I think he's just shut his eyes and it's come across the box. He's missed it. Jamie's had a great chance. Shanked it wide. 1 or 2 chances in the second half, and I agree. And when you get in those areas, if you don't take your chances, you get punished. But I mean, we've come out, we've conceded in the first 20 seconds away from home, and you're always going to be on the back foot, and it's always going to be an uphill task, especially against these. Once they get a lead, it's really, really tough to peg them back.
We've had a lot of tough games this season, particularly away games, midweek, and now a few rearranged games. Do you feel the fixtures list has been a bit unkind on us?
Yeah, it has. Look, nobody wants to go away. I think we've got a home game on the 30th, got away to Workington before that, away to Trafford. But listen, we can't use that as an excuse. I think we missed a couple of key players today, if I'm being honest with you. There's 3 or 4 missing. There's lads who've come in today, not had much game time. Nick and Jack and again, I thought they'd done well. But I mean, Jack's not kicked the ball for us since the Pontefract game, first game of the season. So it's tough. But you know, we're not complaining. Every other manager's got to do the same things, and all we can do is dust ourselves off and try and go again on Saturday and try and get a result.
Okay, thanks, Alan.
Cheers, mate.
So that was the highlights of the Pontefract game. Bucko, anything from you?
Yeah, cheers. A couple of Pontefracts for you. This was the 3rd meeting between the 2 clubs. The first was in 2015, an FA Cup tie at the MLS when the Linnets came out 6-0 winners, and there was a Freddie Potter perfect actually. We went out in the next round up at Washington, which was a pretty dismal day all round, to be honest here. In August, we played out a 1-1 draw in the league at the Millbank, the first game of the new league campaign, and that saw debuts for the Linnets for Bailey Passant, Nick Ryan, and Jamie Rainford. Cheers, dudes.
Thanks, Bucko.
Cheers, Bucko.
So, 12th of October saw us head away to Trafford in the FA Trophy. A very, very good game.
Yeah.
It's a place that we've always seemed to struggle a little bit, but we were fantastic on the day, really, and I think we fully deserved what we got, really.
Yeah, everything was a good day all round. The weather was nice clear day, and it's a nice little ground as well. Little grass hills for you to sit on or stand on, whatever your preference is. And Elo made a couple of changes in this game. Richie Mottram came in goal, and then Tom Owens and Josh Stobie came in as well. It was a much better performance than the previous one, which was Pontefract, but I think it helped that it was a much better surface to play football on, because I think we are a good footballing side, so we need a good surface to play on.
Yeah, it is a nice stadium that they've got at Trafford there. Just alluding to Richie Mottram, since the filming of the last episode, Richie's partner has had a baby, so our thoughts will go out to your family, Richie. Congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations, Richie.
What's that on that?
Wife.
Bucko's got a stat.
£8.15.
There you go. Bucko always ready with the stats there. That's what we like.
So Runcorn opened the scoring after 11 minutes. Kurt Sherlock again seemed to be, as we've spoken about before, bang on form in October.
Yeah. It was a good cross from Louis Corrigan from the left. And do you know what? It was actually a really good finish from Kurt. It would have been an easy chance to miss, but he guided it into the back of the net. Really good finish. And then Kurt again was involved in the second goal. Good play from him. Crossed it, put it across goal. I think their defender was a bit confused, wasn't sure what was around him. Ended up putting the ball in the back of his own net, much to our delight on the day. You always love an own goal, don't you? So that was 2-0 there. I think we're pretty happy with that. Second half, Trafford came out, played well, put us under a bit of pressure. Could have buckled under the pressure. I think possibly in previous games we have buckled under that kind of pressure. Richie Mottram made a few decent saves to keep us in it, and then Gibbo sets up Jamie Rainford to score the third and settle our nerves a little bit.
Yeah, sort of seal the victory there to put us through into that for the next round there, with Rainford's goal to make it 3-0. Now you mentioned own goals there. We had a question on Linnets TV for our pre-match broadcast a couple of weeks ago regarding own goals, about how many Runcorn had benefited from. I wonder if Bucko's got the answer to that one.
17. That was 18.
Cheers, Bucko. Thanks a lot, mate. So we've just been speaking about own goals there. Let's have a little look, should we?
Hi everyone, this is Dave from Linnets TV, and joining me is Runcorn Linnets manager Michael Ellison. After a really good victory there away at Trafford in the FA Trophy, you must be really happy with that, Elo.
Delighted, Dave, to be honest with you. I thought we were excellent today. Clean sheet, which is it's a bonus to do something of a rarity this season, but I thought first half for me is as good as we've been. Certainly off the ball. I think the lads worked the bollocks off. Closed, he pressed against a good football inside. We like to play off from the back. We didn't give them a minute all over the pitch, and we got our just rewards in the end, and I thought we deserved to get the victory in the half of the next round.
Yeah, Runcorn has a good tradition in the trophy, and in fact after the last round me and you were discussing about how long it had been since we got to the next round. We're now a further round in. How important is it to have a good run in this trophy?
Look, obviously it's vital funds for the club, which is a big thing. But I just think winning breeds confidence. We've not been on our best lately. I don't think we've been getting results we deserve, the performances. But today we've set a standard, I think, and hopefully the lads can stick to that, moving on into the work of the game and the march game.
Yeah, that was good in terms of performance and the result. Do you think we can take that into our league form now?
Yes, I don't see why not. I think that's the thing. I think obviously it starts with work rate. I think all last season we were always the best without the ball, and I don't think we can take that for us this season. But today we were absolutely excellent. Every single man pressed, harried, shuffled across the pitch. I thought we were excellent, and I'm delighted, to be honest with you. I know I've come on these interviews over the last few weeks, and it's been doom and gloom, but there's a lot of positives in that game today, and hopefully we can kick on now and take it into our league form.
Okay, thanks for that, Elo.
Cheers, Dave.
So that was Trafford. Bucko, anything on that one?
Yeah, Trafford 0, Runcorn Linnets 3, stylish win, and that was our first victory at Trafford's Shaw new ground. Clubs first met in 2007-2008 season, when Trafford won twice in the league as they stormed to the North West Counties Football League Premier Division title. That was our first season in that division. 3 meetings last season, honours even, a win, a draw and a loss.
Thanks a lot, Bucko. So, final game of the month. And we've saved the best till last, really, here at the Millbank, under the lights. It's always an evening that I love when the lights are on and we're here. And again, another game against the Collieries there.
Yeah, and it was actually it was our first game since the previous round of the trophy because of a mysterious postponement of the Workington game. And not only that, but on the 29th of October, it was actually our first home game of October, which is a bit of an odd one, but sometimes that's the way it falls.
Now, it was our third meeting already with Pontefract this season, and second within a month.
Well, yeah, you think we should know a little bit about them then, which obviously is seen to them, because I think the previous game, what was it, 1-1 at home, and then 1-0 defeat. This game is slightly different, as we're about to see. So, we got a penalty for, in slightly bizarre circumstances. I think the defender was expecting a free kick, so went down, grabbed the ball as they always do. Referee thought otherwise and gave us a penalty.
Yeah, I think Shannons was hustling him down to try and get the ball before it rolled over the byline. I think the defender knew he was in trouble and thought, oh, I better try and get somebody here. Gone down, grabbed the ball like you see, and obviously the referee's not bought it really, and the ball's going in the back of the net.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things that really sort of annoys me at times in football, when a defender's trying to usher it out of play for a corner, because he's not touched the ball, so he's not got the ball under his control, so he's just obstructing the player. So I'm glad that the referee, obviously I'm glad because we got a penalty out of it, but I'm glad that the referee saw it the way he did, and you sort of pulled him up on it.
Yeah.
You can't just grab the ball and penalty out. It's a penalty.
Yeah, and then obviously we sort of took the game by the scruff of the neck at that point, the first 15 minutes to go 1-0, and then we seemed to just sort of lose track of it for a sort of 15-20 minute spell there, and Pontefract went 2-1 up within the space of a couple of minutes.
And again, I think they were both in corners, weren't think we discussed a few times, we discussed it with Elo in our post-match interviews, that we seem to have an issue with defending from corners.
I think if I remember rightly, the first one was quite a well-worked one though. I think the lad's peeled off around the back and it's been cut back to the edge of the box and he's whipped it right in the corner. It was quite a good finish, to be fair, one straight off the training ground.
Yeah. And then luckily, we managed to go in 2-2, maybe undeserved, but doesn't matter because we got it. Deflected Tom Owen's shot, wasn't it, from 18 yards? I think it was deflected off a prone defender, but you know, they all count, so great. We've got in 2-2. Slightly worried though, I'd say, because we weren't, at that point, we were hanging on a bit. I'm very lucky to go in 2-2, but completely different story.
Yeah,
Wasn't it?
I think since Tom Owen's come in, he's been a player I've really sort of looked at, and I've mentioned him in the pre-match broadcast and in conversations around the ground. I think he's an incredibly talented footballer. He just seems to, nothing seems to faze him. He's just so calm with the ball, and he'll just dictate the play whenever he wants to dictate it. I think he's been I think people sometimes refer to Virgil van Dijk as a Rolls Royce, and he's our Rolls Royce in my eyes.
Well, he was brought in, wasn't he, amongst the changes in the Trafford game, and really won his place in the side with a really good performance, and rightfully kept his place for this game. And I think we went 3-2 up, didn't we, from a goal from Peter Wiley?
Yeah, well, we come up after half time and really sort of hit him quickly, really, and obviously Pete Wiley getting one just before the hour mark there to put us 3-2 up.
Yeah, a player you wouldn't expect necessarily to get you a goal, but you know, got us ahead. And then Zach Ailey with a fantastic header, as he reminded us all on Twitter.
Yeah.
Straight after the game, but it was a really thunderous header.
And again, another great piece of officiating. It happened right in front of me. The Pontefract fullback was told by the assistant referee 3 or 4 times to stop moving forward to take the throw in. The referee then pulled him up on it. We took the throw in quickly. The ball went to the back post, and Zach, as we say, come in with an absolute bullet header.
Yeah, and then there was free kick at the edge of the box, wasn't there? A bit of messing around from Pontefract, which was a bit strange because we were winning. So I'm not sure why you'd want to mess around and waste your own time, but Louis Corrigan did what Louis Corrigan does and then made him pay for it.
Yeah, it was that left foot. We've spoken about it before. It's an absolute magic wand, and you'll see in a moment in the highlights. It was an incredible free kick that sent the fans delirious.
It was
really,
an absolutely fantastic free kick, and it was one where you look at it, you see him lining up, and you think this is going in. I think you could see it was going in. And then I think they scored, didn't they?
Yeah, they scored right.
I don't even think anyone actually cared, because I think it was unknown everywhere, wasn't it? I don't think anyone actually. Do we know to this day who scored that?
No, I think it's still down as unknown. I think the LSU sort of had a little bit of a banter with the away fans and celebrated for them, because there wasn't that many, if any, of them that took the long trip down. But as you said, we've spoken about that free kick and a couple of unexpected goal scorers, and obviously that bullet header. So should we have a look at the header?
Yeah, let's have a look.
Let's have a look.
Linnets Stadium, the home of Runcorn and its football club, for this evening's Bill Pace FA Trophy tie between your Runcorn Linnets and our friends, our visitors from Pontefract Collieries. We're proud that tonight's match has been sponsored by the Runcorn Linnets supporters group. Tonight's game will be played in memory of Ches. Please think about Lee. As we time Linnets fans, one of our stalwart fans, Len Fagan, had passed away at the age of 84. Len was a regular, known to everybody around the ground, a great fella, and will be sadly missed by his family and friends. Everyone at the club would be honoured if you would join the match officials and the players from both sides in a minute's appreciation for the life of our friend Len. Lumsden.
Oh, Joe, that's okay. Lewis.
That was 17.
Come on, Runcorn! Right!
Good ball.
Goal scorer for Runcorn Linnets, number 3, Peter Wiley.
Biggie, Linnets TV, filling in for tonight. Congratulations, a 5-3 win. Big result in the FA Trophy.
Cheers, mate. I thought we were well worth the win. I thought first half there wasn't much in the game. Disappointed with their goals, so obviously to concede it from 2 set pieces. I think both were avoidable, but we created good opportunities, and then got the one just before half time was a massive goal for us, and it changed your team to over half time. But I thought when we come out the second half, there was a massive improvement, and I thought we had a better side second half.
Yeah, their first goal, I thought it was a very, very well worked corner routine, but
it was. Firstly, you know, you're expecting to put in the box. They're really, really good in the air. They've got lads who can attack the ball really, really well. But you know, we've mixed it up. He's come off the back. He's spun round. They played it along the floor, but it's gone in the near post, and we had the man in the post, and I think it was waist high. And Louis, if it goes the other side of Louis, I can understand, but it's gone post side, and he should deal with it. He didn't. But again, we showed good character.
scored some great goals.
Fantastic goals. I was delighted. Like I said, it would be nice to get a clean sheet. I think the two set piece goals for them were avoidable. I think their third goal was clearly handball, but all our goals were quality, real quality. Like I said, I'm just delighted to be in the next at. And it's the first time we put back-to-back wins together this season, so hopefully we can kick on and take some form into the league.
Keep building.
That's the plan.
Cheers, hello.
Thanks very much. Cheers.
Oh, the band.
Sorry. So that was the potty game. Let's head up to book home for the potty facts.
5-3 to the Linnets, yeah. Third meeting of the season, saw Linnets maintain their unbeaten home record against Pontefract Collieries. In that game, Pontefract Collieries received 7 cautions, 7 yellow cards, which is unusual. And for Tom Owens and Pete Wiley, it was their first goal of the Linnets campaign. Curtis Sherlock's penalty was his 3rd successful penalty, putting on 5 goals. Top scorer of the season still Conor McCarthy on 6.
Cheers, Bucko. Thank you very much. So, just one for us to discuss coming up in a couple of weeks' time. We've got a really big game coming up here on the 20th of November against Crewe Alexandra in the Cheshire Senior Cup. It's massive that we've been drawn against such a prestigious team, really, especially in the Cheshire area.
Yeah, and I think we've got something, obviously we want to progress anyway, but we've got something to play for. The fact who we've drawn, hopefully drawn in the next round.
Yeah.
Possibly even bigger, really, if you think about it, with Tranmere Rovers.
Yeah.
Not sure what team the Crewe will put out, whether it'll be under 23s or whatever, but it's still Crewe Alexandra, isn't it? You know, and when you're a club like us, it's good to get those names here. Wouldn't mind playing there, to be honest. It's good to get those kind of footballing names here.
We did play Crewe last season in the Cheshire Senior Cup, lost 2-0 at the World Bank, and they brought a strong side. There's a couple of first teamers in. Their academy players were absolutely rapid and brilliant as well. So we lost 2 early goals, and we credit ourselves really well last season just to lose the 2-0. We'll know more about it this season. Expect a good game, I think, with Crewe.
Well, I think that's a good point from Bucko as well, actually, because although we don't know what kind of team they're going to bring here, they are acclaimed for their academy and for their young players, and giving their young players a chance. So even if they do play a weakened side, it's still going to be a really good test for our players. Plus, we don't know what kind of team Elo's going to choose to put out.
Yeah.
He may want to rest a few players for whatever games we've got coming up. Hopefully, we've got another trophy game.
Yeah, another trophy game, and obviously, as we've alluded to there, the Tranmere Rovers game is another step up.
Yeah.
Their academy obviously has already proven massive for us this season with Bailey coming in from there. And I know they've got 1 or 2 local lads as well. I think Evan Gums has been there for a while, who's a local lad who's been playing for them for a couple of years. I think he's had a couple of appearances in the first team, but they brought a couple of their under 23s into their first team this season. I've watched them a few times, and they've brought up, so they've also got a cracking academy. And
I think that would be a great game to, you know, if we could get past Crewe to play a team like Tranmere, and hopefully they bring a few fans.
And with both of the games being at home as well, it's massive for us for publicity and for getting the profile of the club raised.
That's the other thing as well, because if they can, you know, advertise on their websites or their Twitter accounts, their Facebook, that they're playing in Runcorn Linnets, then, you know, it gets our name out there. Regardless of what level of team they decide to play, we are playing Crewe Alexandra, and then hopefully we get through that, we're playing Tranmere Rovers.
Go on then, we'll put you on the spot. Score predictions for that Crewe game.
For the Crewe game, I reckon we'll win 2-1.
I'm going to go 1-1, replay back at Crewe, and we'll win that 1-0. That's what I'm putting out. I'll take that.
To Crewe.
I'll take that as well.
I'm not sure they have replays in the Cheshire FA Senior Cup.
Oh, straight through all the evening, is
I
it?
think it might be settled on
That's why Bucko's here, because he knows the facts. He's the man with the facts.
Cheers for that, Mark. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see in the next one if that's if we've got anything right there. I'll go 2-0 Linnets then if we're going straight through on the night.
Yeah. Well, let's just hope we can make a good account of ourselves first and foremost, and hopefully we can get through, because we obviously had a good run last season. Got to the final. We won't mention that. We got to the final. Let's just leave it at that.
Well, as I say, let's hope for the best there with that Crewe game, and we'll keep our fingers crossed that one of us is right.
Yeah, absolutely. Right, hi guys. As we've mentioned in the past, the Runcorn Linnets is owned and run by a trust. And on the Thursday the 5th of December, starting at 7:30, we have the trust AGM. All of the board members will be on there. New board members will be elected. However, it's open to everyone. Any Runcorn Linnets fan can attend. Non-members can't vote in anything, but there's a Q&A with Linnets manager, chairman, and everyone else is going to be there. And any fans can attend. It's going to be held here at the Millbank Linnets Stadium in the clubhouse. And if you want to attend, you just turn up on the day. You can ask any question you like, and you'll get a response from whoever your question is directed at. This is a very important part of the democratic process of our club and the trust. So it would be great if as many people as possible could turn up. So again, just to recap, that is Thursday the 5th of December in the clubhouse at the Millbank Linnets Stadium, and it starts at 7:30. See you then.
So, another announcement that we've got coming from Linnets TV is that we have announced this week our Christmas Beer Fest to be held here at the Millbank Linnets Stadium. Now, this will be held on the 13th of December. Now, I spoke to our chairman, Mike Bignell, yesterday, and he's very excited for this. We'll be hosting a load of craft ales this year from local breweries that Mike's been in touch with. We'll also have our regular gin and Prosecco on sale as well, and hopefully a little bit of entertainment for you guys. So head on down here, 13th of December, to the Millbank Linnets Stadium for our Christmas Beer Fest.
So how do you think that went, Sam?
Yeah, I think it went alright. I think we did a good job again.
What do you think about the introduction of Bucko?
Absolutely brilliant.
And on that note, I think we'll end it there.
Yeah. Good night, Sam.
Good night, Dave.
See you next time.
Goodbye.